Master Archangel Michael, and all my archangels that are assisting me at this time to shield me, protect me with the highest form of protection from the universe. I am a clear channel, and I'm going to channel directly from Source. I'm going to allow the energy of the Most High to tell the story through me without any of me in it, all of the Spirit, the Holy Spirit, Mother Gaia, the Most High, all that is and that all that will ever be. Ashe, Ashe. Oh, Instagram acting real bougie. Hold on, we gotta fix that real quick. But um, as I'm doing this, how come the I'm trying to let y'all see my face and stuff. It's 101 as I say that. If y'all follow me on Instagram, you will know, you'll be able to see my face. Maybe it's meant to be that you guys are not seeing my face for some reason, but if the camera comes back on and it allows you guys to see me, peace, tribe, peace, peace, peace. Okay. So I was asleep. I'm gonna tell y'all what happened. I was sleeping and I kept on having this dream of me speaking to my divine counterpart, right? And I mean, it was not him speaking to me though. It was the Most High. And I was just like reassuring that I'm ready. Like I was saying, I'm ready. And like, I was getting all these uploads, downloads, and all around loads, right? So then you might be seeing 222, 234. It's 234 right now. That's on the clock. It's 5:29. So you may be seeing those numbers as well. 333, 111, 1111, 222, 777, 888, 999, 1010, 1001, 1101, 1101. Oh, that is, yeah, 111. A lot of ones. Um, you have completed the 999s and 1010s. So if you're seeing like 1000, like 10 o'clock or 100000 or whatever, then that means that you have already completed the cycle and now this is your new beginning. You create that new beginning, right? So it can still be like energy around you that it's the same energy, but you are not the same energy. You have transformed. And so that's where I got this message. And you can be seeing 333 too, or 344. Any mirrored numbers you can maybe seeing too. I brought me some tissue just in case I cry because it's really deep. Because you know how we all, if you read the Bible, we all know the story of um, Eve. We all know the story of Eve and how Adam and Eve became one, and we were taught. If you read the Bible, we seen, we heard, we read that Adam was the first man to be created by God, right? And technically, he was the first man made, but the first human being that was made was Eve. And I knew this already as I started to take religion out of my brain, my history, the history of that. So just a lie, a trap, keeping you stuck in the same shit, trying to teach you that man was the one who made woman. And that's not the truth. So what's the truth? Truth. Thank you for asking. I thought you would never ask. Ashe. So I'm gonna tell you this story. And I want you guys to have a very, very, very open mind to this story. Because not only did it come directly from source, from the Most High, into my line, into my divineness, um, it also carries weight. And I asked, is this message me to be saying to the people? Because who, Lord, people know they ain't gonna believe it if they in the religion part of it. They just gonna believe what they read, versus what spirit speaks. And I'm all for spirit, and spirit will speak if you're ready to hear what is supposed to be heard and the truth. Some people ain't ready for the truth, so they kind of hide from it. 616 at the as I say that. You might be seeing that 616. So I'm sitting here listening, paying attention. I start writing because this is part that needed to be put in my book. That's what I was told. And I started writing, and I'm like, okay, what's the message, Spirit? Like, what do you want me to say? Like, you just say it, and I will write it. And so I'm just listening, and I'm typing, and I'm typing, and I'm typing, I'm typing, and I'm like, this is a whole book. It's literally telling the story of how Adam and Eve became one. 707, as I say that. How they became each other. And it's nothing like the story that was told in the Bible. Nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. It is actually the opposite of what we were told, what we were taught. And so people ain't gonna want to hear it, but I'm gonna say it because I believe wholeheartedly that God would not place something like that in my heart if it was a lie. Now, the devil, he's a trickster, does everything that, is beneath you. And then it won't be the truth. It'll always be a lie. It'll always be confusion, but this is not confusion. And God is not an author of confusion, not one bit, not one bit. Not the Most High, not Mother Gaia. No, not one bit. So in the Bible, it talks about how Adam and Eve. Adam came from Eve, and then they created. Basically, they sinned, and once they sinned, they were they were shunned basically out of the Garden of Eden, and that Adam was they had babies, and every baby that they had was going to be cursed, right? Because they sinned. Every child that was born underneath their bloodline will always be born in sin. That's what we was taught. That's what we said. And so there was tribes and nations that came and descendants of Adam and Eve that became, tribal nations, tribes, all the things they made everybody all came from Adam and Eve, right? So I was like, okay, so that's the story that it was just like, a flashback. So you know what happened when they talked about how Adam and Eve, that was just like a flashback. And then the truth started to be revealed. So some truth is about to be revealed, and people are not going to be ready to hear it. But one thing the Most High is going to do is speak the truth. This is the year of 8, so it's the year of karma. It's also the year of finding out the motherfucking truth. Okay, so I am just sitting here writing, and I'm writing everything 10:02 as I say that, and the story always was the same. Eve came first, and then there was Adam. But in the meantime, before Adam was even thought of, it was Eve, right? And so I'm trying to see how I can say it for you guys to understand it. Okay, so Eve um came first, right? She was born first. She was created first, right? The Most High Mother Gaia made her, created her, brought her up, taught her everything that she knew of everything that had to do with the garden, how to tend to the garden, how to grow, how to plant, how to be, right? And then she's also was learning how to be a wife. And she didn't know that she was being groomed for that yet. But she was knowing that she needed to plant, she needed to grow, she needed to be, and she needed to love, and she needed to make sure that the Most High was the first person in her heart that she would never forget, no matter what happened, right? No matter what path she chose, she always needed to know that she can always come home, and that was to Mother Gaia. So Eve went on with her life. She was growing seeds, planting. She named every herb, every plant, every vegetable, every fruit, everything that was in the garden. Eve named. She created a name for it in the Most High and Mother Gaia. That's Mother Gaia. I'm just gonna say the Most High, Mother Gaia, because it's the energy. Um, Mother Gaia has inner. She's the energy. She is both masculine and feminine energy, but it is equally yoked. Like equally yoked. She masters both energies, so she can speak to you as a woman, or she can speak to you as a man. It's how you resonate, masculinity or your femininity. And um, since Eve was, hey friend, don't be coming over here trying. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just get me all nervous and stuff. When you come over here, you get my heart beating like this. Don't do that. Don't do that. See, now I lost my train of thought. Now I lost my train of thought. You gotta leave and come back so I can get back. Cause my heart start beating real fast. You be doing that to me. I don't know why. 13:03. Oh yeah, sorry. It's hard to do both. It's hard to do YouTube and here. I'm trying. No, you can stay. You can come back. You can come back. Whatever. It don't matter. Don't be blowing me kisses though, unless you want to kiss me. If you want to kiss me, you can blow me all the kisses you want to. But if you don't want to kiss me, then don't be blowing me them kisses. Cause I'm gonna come. I'm gonna come get them. All of them. No, for real. No, for real. Don't do that. Where the rest of my people at? They ain't even coming in the room yet. Come on in the room. Davina. Hey girl, hey. Hey girl, hey. I'm coming to Tennessee, girl. I'm coming. Okay. Alright. So listen. Where was I at? See how you see? I won't distract it though. That was it. That was don't play. Don't play with him. That's the one. That's the one I'm a whew. Stop everything, honey. Don't do it. Don't just kidding. No, so anyways, so Eve came first. Obviously, she was getting prepared to do everything. She named all the animal. I mean, not the animals. She named all the plants and the herbs and everything that was in the garden. And she knew how to plant. She knew how to grow. She knew how to water. She knew she was watering and doing everything that she was supposed to do. And then she really didn't need the water because the Most High watered it for her just the amount that needed to make everything grow. So here she was living in this beautiful garden, which was called paradise, right? Because she had this beautiful garden that they called the Garden of Eden. But this garden was just like, well, you can eat at is Eden, Eden, eat, right? What's up, Lamar? What's up, Dominique? Hey, y'all, hey. So, so then, um, so Eve was over here planting, and she was naming all the herbs, she was naming all the plants, she was naming everything. And when she was naming all the things, Mother Gaia was talking to her and grooming her and asking her to let her know what is it that she wanted, what is it she desired, you know. And then here Eve never asked God for anything because she's like, you gave me everything that I ever needed. What else would I need, you know? Um, why you on here talk? What you on here talking about? Talking about Adam and Eve, the real story, the real truth about Adam and Eve. So Eve was like, I don't know what else I can ask you for because Mother God, you give me everything that I need. So I don't feel like I need anything else. But in Eve's mind, in her heart, she wanted to have a companion. She wanted to have somebody that she can spend her life with, and she just wanted somebody like that was like her. She didn't want to talk to the trees, and even though she did do that, she talked to the trees, she talked to the plants, she talked to life because she was life, and everything that she spoke up into life. So she wanted the flower to grow, the flower grew. Whatever flower she named it to be, it was that. So she said, I wanted a sunflower. The sunflower sprouted up, and she wanted a rose. She got the rose. Whatever she asked for, she got. And one thing that we all can contest of is that anything that we ask for, the Most High will give it to us. And in this case, she didn't ask for it. She just wanted it in her mind and she wanted it in her heart. But she didn't know how to say what she wanted without feeling selfish. She didn't want to feel like she was asking for too much, even though she wasn't asking for a lot. That was confirmation, even though that didn't come from me. That was very disgusting. But anyways, so the Eve asked the Most High. Well, she didn't ask. She didn't ask. But when she was sleeping, Mother Gaia read her heart because God knows our heart, up, inside, out, all around. And she knows. So Mother Gaia read Eve's heart while she was sleeping, and the way that Eve described the man of her dreams, that she dreamed of, it was Adam. That's how Adam came to be. But Adam won't just about to just appear because everything that what you talking about, Willie Lynch letter? No, what are you talking about? What is that? What you talking about? I ain't talking about no damn Willie Lynch letter. I'm talking about the truth. Listen, you'll find out. So Eve, you know, Mother Guy read Eve's heart and she seen that she desired a companion, somebody that she can talk to, that she can relate to, things of that nature that had the same features as her, right? She was just this. Oh, what I think about it, I'm gonna talk about it another time. I gotta finish this message because this message is deep. It's deep. And I'm trying to tell y'all that the truth, the thing that they wrote in the Bible, it was only half. It won't even half. It was like this much of the truth. Like this much. It won't even look. You see how much that is? That one that ain't nothing. It was a half story. It was a half of a half and a half story of what happened with Adam and Eve. But I'm trying to tell you the real story. I'm trying to tell you the whole story. Okay, so Eve, you know, she thought of Adam. She thought of what a man would be, even though she didn't know what a man was. She just wanted somebody that looked like her, you know. And we have both masculine and feminine energies. Everybody, every single last one of us have that, you know. And the Bible, why are you laughing? Yeah, the Bible funny. Huh? No, some of the things in that, you know, it's not the truth. But um, so this is what Spirit said. This is not something that just abracadabra. It's the truth. So listen. And you're gonna find it out. You're gonna find out. Trust me. What's done in the dark always come to the light. That's why I'm about to be the light to tell you what's happening. What is the truth? I'm about to tell you. So listen. Um, so Eve, here she is, God reading her heart, and she putting it down what she want, all the things that she desire in this man. And then she builds this perfect man for Eve. On another side, though, on another side, he was in the rainforest and she was in the actual garden, right? Here at Eve was in the Garden of Eden, and she was, in this paradise. It's just love. It's beautiful. It's just everything that she wanted and desired, and she had everything she needed. She had, all the fruits, all the vegetables, everything that she needed, and she ate all of those things. She was life. She ate life. Every time she ate of earth, she got more powerful. She got more downloads, uploads, all around loads. She didn't need anything or anybody else, but she desired that one thing. But she didn't want to be selfish. um so then I'm not Lamar, you just trying to be a distraction, and I ain't gonna do that. That energy can't, no, we ain't doing that. They What did they do? You see how you just try to, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. So Eve was in the Garden of Eden, then in the garden, and then Adam was in the forest. And with the forest, you know what came in the forest. The forest was the lions, the tigers, the bears, the rain. The rainforest. They had the birds and all that stuff, right? The birds, the bees. The bees was actually with her, but in the rainforest, in the forest, there's animals, real animals there. And so Adam was over here, he was getting groomed, he was being birthed. But the seed that was planted it came from Eve. So Eve, God took the seed, Mother God said, I'm gonna read your heart. That's your seed. She took the seed from Eve and planted it in the rainforest and made Adam. And how Adam was made, he was made this beautiful, man, the little man. And they ain't had no ages back then, so don't ask me what age he was. He was whoever he was, whatever age. They didn't have ages. They just was life. Life was life, and you was birthed, and then you grew to, and you never aged. Like there was no age. So you looked at very beautiful and young and attractive and all that stuff. But he could have been a million years old. I don't know when he met her. But um, anyways, so Adam was getting groomed to be a husband. He was being groomed to take care, to provide, protect, and he had a job of his own, which was to take care of the forest, to name the animals, to name, the lions. He made the tigers, the bears, the koala bears. The blue jays, the red jays, the gray jays, because there was so many jays that there was that kind of, they intertwine with each other. So here they is, being jays and blue jays and red jays and all the jays, right? All the J. Uh, so he was getting prepared for her. But what the Most High did with him that was different from what with Eve, because Eve was the one who planted the seed. She wanted that. The Most High in the masculine energy spoke to Adam and groomed him and told him how it was to be um, a man, a masculine energy, but then also have that feminine energy, the little bit of feminine energy that's supposed to match, that's supposed to be aligned, for him to be able to feel what a woman feels like, how to react, how to talk, and all of those things. So Adam was getting groomed, and he was to know how to handle himself and how to handle Eve. And God spoke to Adam about Eve. He told her everything that he was supposed to know about Eve, right? So the Most High kept talking to Adam, and Adam was just like, "I'm so ready to meet her. I'm so ready to meet her. Like, can I meet her? Can I meet her? Can I meet her?" And then God said, "Wait, hold your horses. Hold your horses." And he wrote the horses too. He said those horses was horses. Adam named the horses. Okay. Anyways, so Most High, it wasn't like this. I'm trying to make it a little fun, a little bit for y'all to understand it, but the Most High said, just be patient. In divine timing, you guys will meet and you will love each other and you guys will grow with each other and you guys will build tribe together. And as long as you guys never lose sight of me, that you always come home to me, that you always put me first, and you always know that I am always here for you, to protect you, to provide for you, whatever you need, I am here for you. Just do not forget me, please. I'm going to give you the perfect woman of your that of her dreams, because it was her dreams, and I'm going to give you the perfect woman that's for your heart. This woman is going to love you. She's going to take care of you. She's going to take care of your children. She's going to do all these things, right? He was, telling Adam all about Eve. And so Eve didn't know anything. She was going to be surprised. It was going to be her surprise, because Mother Guy wanted to surprise Eve with somebody. But if she knew, then it was going to be like, they was going to both be anxious and they was going to meet at the wrong time. And then it wasn't going to work. But God is so good. So what happened? Eve starts walking in that garden, and she's just checking on all the plants that she planted, and she noticed the mushrooms that she planted, grew, made their way up, and all the little things that she created. With the help of the creator, she was over here like, "Oh, this is nice, Mother Gaia," and she had her little garden basket, putting in the food that she was going to cook for herself, that she was going to prepare for herself, because they didn't cook. They just ate regular, raw food, raw. But anyways, so she over here putting her fruits and her vegetables in here. She probably was gonna make some nice little salad or stew, whatever she was gonna make. She's gonna make something good. And all of a sudden, she looked up and she see the man of her dreams that she thought of, and she thought she was dreaming. So she was like rubbing her eyes, and Eve was like, "Is this a dream?" So she ran behind a tree where she knew all the trees. She knew every tree that there was, because she named the trees. She talked to the trees. Every tree had a name. Every tree had a specific thing that they did. So the oak tree, the um I don't know all the trees, but y'all, the oak tree, the pine tree, like all the different trees that there was. But she ran, behind this tree, and she prayed. She's like, Mother Gaia, I need you, I need you. Is this true that I just see this man that's here? Somebody is here that looks like somebody that I think I know, but I don't know. Is this person, is he intruder? Like, God, she's just asking God. And God said, "Baby, my child, you never told me that you dreamed of such a beautiful person and you wanted to have a companion. So I thought I'd surprise you with somebody that you wanted. I read your heart while you were sleeping." 555, as I say this is 555 right now. So here Eve is all excited and she's all smiling and stuff. She said, "Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you." She's giving praise to the Most High, Mother Gaia, and just saying, like, "Thank you so much. Is it time for me to meet him?" And she said, "Hold on, hold on. He's across there for a reason. I need you to listen to me and listen to me good. I need you to remember that when I introduce you, when you guys come into union, I need you to know that you will never forget me ever. and that you will always put me first, and that no matter what happens, you can always come home to me, and that you can always tell me anything that is going wrong with you. I know you, you're my child. I created you, so I know your heart. I know what you desire. So the Most High said, now continue to walk. And then she laid the path out for her to walk. And there Eve goes, as confirmation with the leaves. The Eve goes following down the path that the Most High has led her on. And she comes to a tree that she doesn't know. And she's planted all the trees. She knows all the trees in the garden. She knows every single tree. But this tree that she walked past, she never seen before, and it never was right here. This tree was different. It was not anything that she's ever seen before, but she didn't want to question anything right now. She was trying to keep her eyes on the prize, which was what she needed to do. That was just a distraction. And if she would have fell for the distraction of the tree that wasn't really real, then she would have lost sight of what the Most High needed her to do. She didn't even question, she just kept walking. And so she gets to a place where she stops, and then Adam looks up from whatever he was doing, because he was connected either to the water or something. He was doing something. The Most High needed him to not be so like anxious. So he was put to test. He had to do something. So Adam was over here. He looks up and he sees the most beautifulest woman in the world that he's ever seen before, and he knew it was Eve because God explained. God um, explained. What is it called? Look at me. Look at me, Spirit. Described. There you go. What the heck? Train of thought. Listen. Okay, so the Most High described her to the T, but he was so amazed by Eve. So they ran to each other, hugged each other, kissed each other. They was in love, like at first sight, like literally like that. First sight, they was in love. And when they did meet, they hugged, they courted each other, they got to know each other, and it was quick that they became one, but they didn't come together in days or something like that, because days, they didn't have days there, they had day and night. So how many days and nights they had spent together before they became one, it won't explain. It was that they spent time together to get to know each other, to court each other, and they were intimate. They had intimacy. So that was what made it easy for them when they transitioned from single, two people single, to married, to their union. When they got married, the Most High prepared a place for them to celebrate, to be, and it was a beautiful place. It was a mixture of both things that they both liked. He liked the animals and the forest, and very tribal like, and then she liked it to be calm, and she liked it the bees and the birds, and she liked it to have nature all around her. She wanted to be consumed with nature. She wanted to eat from, nature. She drank the best water from the best, because the Most High gives the best. When it comes from earth, everything was clean. Everything was beautiful. Everything was pure, and they united, and they um, had their union, their spiritual union. They got spiritually married, and then after their spiritual marriage, they got physically married, which means consummation of the marriage, having sex. And when they did that, um, they had sex, and it won't like how it is now, where if you um if you have sex one time, you don't get pregnant. No, as soon as they had sex, she got pregnant instantly, and they began to build their tribe. They built tribes and tribes and tribes. They had babies back and back to back to back to back to back to back to back. They had all the babies, right? And Men, little girls, little boys, they had all types of babies, and they were building tribe. Their tribes were building tribes and tribes and tribes and tribes and tribes and tribes. What the Bible don't tell you is that there was many tribes before the sin even happened, right? So you know that tree that I talked about that was just sitting there, that was awkwardly just sitting there, and they talked about how how Eve ate from the tree of the forbidden fruit. The forbidden fruit. It wasn't that fruit. It wasn't the apple, tree. Eve knew what to eat and what not to eat. There was nothing that she could not eat in the garden. There was everything that she could eat in the garden. So from that tree that was there, it was just that illusion. That was the devil coming in. So what they did not know in the time of them building tribe and you know and enjoying their married life and having kids and doing all these things is that in the heavens there was a fight between you know God and Satan. Satan wanted to take the throne. He wanted to have more. And Satan is not just a masculine energy, it's a feminine energy too. So it's both energies, but it was the masculine energy that was trying to overpower the Most High, which is the masculine energy of Mother Gaia. So here it is. They get to fight and or whatever, and the Most High is like, you can never take what is mine. I created you, and you're supposed to be a part of you know this the heavens. They have they security and all that stuff. And he was Satan was supposed to be the first day ones. But you know how jealousy and envy can be. If you're jealous and envy, you'll take and steal anything. So he got cast down to earth, not to hell, to earth, but he made earth hell. How did he do that? True. Okay. Well, what do you do when you are chaos and confusion and everything? You just create that, and you create that energy in your head, your heart, and then everything around you starts to fall apart, starts to change, starts to transition into the things that you are, the things that you wish to be, the things that you ask of it shall be, right? So Satan promised God, the Most High, that He will change every man that ever served the Most High to serve Him, to be, they will be the master. He will be the master, and they will be the slaves. And then that's how man started to serve Satan, believe in the lies, believe in the deceit, the confusion, the lostness, all of the things that came from Satan. His energy, the devil's energy, that evil energy, that negative energy that was trying to steal, kill, and destroy. What they always say the devil is. He steals, kills, and destroys, but also it is it is the energy. So it could be a feminine energy, or a masculine energy that is trying to steal, kill, and destroy. So the devil goes and he says, I'm gonna change them. I'm gonna make them all serve me, and I'm gonna be the true God. And you're not. You're gonna. They're gonna forget all about you. And then the Most High was like, these are my children. I installed in them before they were even born, before they were even brought up, as they were just a seed, before they were even planted in the mother, that they should always come home to me, that they should always put me first, that they should always know that whatever path that they choose, that they can always come back home to me. Ooh, that's powerful. That no matter what they do, they can always come back to me. I have installed that in their minds, in their hearts, and in their souls, that no matter what happens in their life, good or bad, make sure that they always come back to me. Bring me the peace, bring me the chaos, bring me everything that you have, and I will transform it into the highest good for you, because I love you that much. The Most High, Mother Gaia, only wants the best for us and always has. And no matter what choice we made or make, it is not ever going to be that much that God is going to say, I am never going to deal with you ever again because God loves you. You are there, you know, Mother Gaia's child. It's like she birthed you. She can never forget you, even no matter how bad you have ever done anything or, said anything. All she wants you to do is remember her and to love her and to bring her back home. Make sure that when you end your day, you say, Mama, I love you, you know. Or you can say the Most High because it's the energy, it's the masculine or feminine energy. If you resonate with the Most High being in the masculine energy, a man speaking to you, then that is the masculine energy of the Most High speaking. But if you hear a woman speaking to you, that is the feminine energy of the Most High. That's Mother Gaia. That's all one, all in one. They're all one. So it's just that masculine and feminine energy that is that yin and yang, right? So what God said, look at the yin and yang right now. This must be this was this planned? No, it wasn't planned. This is not a coincidence though. It's not a coincidence. Everything happens for a reason. Black and white, yin yang. This is the masculine and feminine energy. The Most High is the masculine and feminine energy. Look at this. Look at this. Come on now. Come on now. Don't fucking play. But anyways, so let me finish the story because it's deep, and I wrote it in my book so y'all be able to read it in depth. Where it was just channeled mess, and I was just typing. You'll see it. You'll see it in the book. You'll see it. You will read it, and you will feel it because if it resonates, it's 41:14. Sorry, you'll know if it resonates. But that's all God asks is that we always put her first, that we always choose her first, that no matter what happens, that we always come back home to Mama Gaia. And just like Adam and Eve, they had a union together, they had a mission together, they had to do things together. They also had to do things apart. That's why they were apart for so long. Adam was to teach and to grow and to learn um, the animals and the forest and how to take care of and how to provide and protect, right? And Eve was learning and teaching how to be the woman that the feminine energy that is to take care of, to build, to help with, the children, to teach the children, to help grow, to plant, to harvest, things of that nature. And when they came together, they were teaching each other both those things. Eve taught Adam how to plant and to grow and all of those things, and then Adam taught Eve the animals and how to talk to them, what the names of the animals was. They were teaching and learning from each other. All of they all of they had learned from the Most High and of the Gaia. So they always knew that they can always come home to God. That was no, that was never a doubt in their mind that they can never come, and they did. They did. There was times where Eve wanted to ask Mother Gaia questions about marriage and about just life, being a mother now, because Mother Gaia was all that she knew, all that she would ever know, and so she questioned like, how do I do this with the kids and this and that, and Mother Gaia gave her instruction on how to do that. Remember when I taught you this when you were this age? Remember when I taught you this when you were this age? You remember when I taught you this? I mean, age wasn't nothing, but it was just like a time that she spoke of. And Eve was like, oh, I remember that. Okay. So now I will go back to the kids and I will teach them that way. Okay, yes, Mama. I thank you, thank you. And that made God so happy because you're still coming back and seeking answers and asking questions and asking for knowledge and wisdom. And she's opening the doors for you. She's opening up and allowing this information to come to you. Rather, it is a question of, you know, romance, kids, if it's just a plant that you want to know, if you say, Mama, can you tell me what is going to heal me? My throat hurts, I just had this funny feeling in my throat. You're just going to start getting messages. You're going to start seeing things, plants that are going to help you heal your throat. So 4444, as I say that, 4444, you might be seeing that a lot. Or just know that you're divinely protected. Um, so, anyways, so Eve always went back to Mama Gaia for anything that she needed, and she got the answers that she needed, and she kept going on. They built tribes for decades and decades and decades. It wasn't for us for time for me to just explain time. It was decades that they had been together for each other. There are over 200 tribes. So just think about how many years that is in human life. They had 200 tribes back then and over 200 marriages. Him and Adam and Eve had witnessed the unions of different tribe members marrying different other tribe members. And it was always a woman and a man that were getting married in the tribe. So Eve and Adam were always present on every birth. They had a record of every birth and what tribe each birth was. And then also the men of the tribes and the things of that nature. So Adam can teach the men of the tribes, and then Eve can teach the women of the tribes. That's how they became tribe. They were teachers, and also they learned through the Most High, through Mother Gaia, through nature, through actually experiencing the things that we had to go through. And it wasn't until, and this is the most important part that I want y'all to take. All of it is important, but this is the important part that they don't tell you in the Bible because they don't really teach it. They just say a little bit of it. They don't talk about how Adam was one who left the home. Adam left. Eve was at home. She was planting and she was growing in the garden, and she was teaching the kids and other tribal women that were in it, and the men that were on the other side, um, teaching the men how to be men and how to provide, how to protect, and the names of the animals and things of that nature. Just what they learned from Adam, they were teaching other tribes, right? So, um, the men were on this, they were doing their thing, and the women was over here doing their thing, and they were, ciphering. They were all talking and learning. Adam left because he seen a man in the forest by himself, and no man was supposed to be alone. Every man was supposed to be accounted for. Everybody's supposed to be together, because they were in that learning stage where everybody was learning tribes and different um, people, and then people were getting ready to court to get married and things of that nature. So the men were not supposed to be separate. They were all supposed to be together, learning the specific lessons that were needed to be learned. But Adam noticed that there was a man in the forest. And so he looked at the man in the forest and he said, "What are you doing here?" He starts to follow the man, and the man gets deeper into the forest. So just picture a forest, and it's a rainforest. So you have those trees that hang down, um, those what is it, sleepy hollows or something like that. I don't know what they call, but they like the long trees, and like the leaves are really beautiful, but they hang down really long, and they kind of like a little curl kind of. So they were just like going down, whatever, and the man was just like hiding in between. He's going in between, and so you can only see his I won't say shadow, but just a silhouette of him. You can see a little piece of him, but the rest was a silhouette. Like, he was hiding in between the forest, the trees, and the water, the waterfall. There's a waterfall too. So the waterfall is coming down, and the trees is here, and everything was just trees and nature, right? And in the rainforest, you see the animals too. Animals was there. There was cougars and tigers and and cheetahs and everything, but they never touched man because they knew their place, um, and they didn't harm the men because they knew the men were safe. This particular man disguised himself as a man, and then, well, he was a man, and then he disguised himself as a woman. So as soon as Adam got just where he needed to be in the forest where nobody can see neither one of the men, Adam asked the man, "Are you lost?" It's 16:16 right here. 6:16 right now. So you might be saying 16:16 or 6:16. So Adam goes and he's like, "Hey, are you lost? Are you supposed to be with tribe? We're supposed to be learning some, things from the Most High, and we need all of our men to be present at this ceremony, at this thing." And so um, the man said, "Oh, I just thought I needed to clear my head, and I wanted to just take a breath." Take a breath of fresh air. Want to just get away for a moment, just take a second. And Adam knew that so well because he had so many kids, and the kids was always on him, and he was being the duty of a husband and a tribe leader. He had a lot of responsibilities. He had more responsibilities than anybody, but it was a responsibility that he loved. So here Adam is like, "Yeah, I get that. And so he takes a little deep breath and he says, "Sometimes when I need to clear my head, I come, to the forest too, and I stand in the water, and I just, release whatever I need, whatever I'm thinking, and I just talk to the Most High." And so the man says, "Me too. That's why I came here to talk to the Most High." And then he transitioned. That's the devil, right? This is the devil. He transitioned from a man to a woman, masking himself to be this beautiful woman. And Adam was like, "Thought I was talking to a man. Was that a man that I was talking to?" And then it was a woman. And she was so beautiful. And Adam had only eyes for Eve. But for some reason, this woman had something that was very different about her. And he didn't know what it was, but her hair was so silky and beautiful, and it went all the way down past her butt. And you make it. But yeah, so sorry, I was reading the comment. But the man well, transitioned to a woman. She was so beautiful, and her hair went all the way down. It was really silky, went down the middle of her butt, past her butt, and she was just really beautiful. And there was something about her that intrigued Adam, and Adam never looked at any woman. All the women that he seen birthed and go into union with their divine counterparts, he never questioned his love and loyalty for um, his wife, which is Eve. He never did, but for some reason, this woman was making him question everything. And so here's the confusion. Here's how the devil comes in with the confusion. First it was a man, but then it turned into a woman. The energy of the masculine energy into a feminine energy, and then also masking themselves. The devil masks. The energy of the enemy is a mask. And if you're not willing to see through the mask, take off the mask, then you will always be confused because you're wearing these rose colored glasses. It's like it was like Adam was handed these rose colored glasses and he put them on and he can see clearly and see this woman was so beautiful that she looked it better than his Eve. And that was his Eve. That was all he knew. That's all he ever known, because when he was created for Eve, just for her. It wasn't for anybody else. And he was happy with that because he loved Eve. He had all love for Eve. But this woman here put something in the energy that changed the way that he felt about Eve. It wasn't that he changed the way he felt about Eve, it was the energy that he felt when he was in the presence of this woman that was masked, that was really a man that was masked like a woman. And so the woman started to tell Adam these beautiful stories of how she became a woman and how she became the Most High's favorite, and that, the Most High hid her in this beautiful rainforest on purpose so that she can find her person, or whatever the case may be. Whatever she told him, he believed it. And he said, "Oh, I think I need to talk to Most High about this, because I know that this is not where I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be with Eve." And, the devil, the energy, the enemy, the inner him, the temptations came rushing in. And then Adam was like, "Man, there's something about you that I just found so intriguing, that I just love." And you know, the devil just smirked and laughed and just little giggles and stuff like that. Normal, like, kind of flirtation things. And what happened was, after he did all of those things, he ended up getting Adam to kiss him. And before the kiss, me talk about before the kiss, the devil, that energy, when it changed from a masculine energy to a feminine energy, it did have an apple in its hand, and the apple was red. It was the most beautiful apple that man has ever seen, that Adam has ever seen, because Eve has seen every fruit that there was ever. So she would have known that that was not a fruit of the garden, but it was not, she wasn't there. Eve was back home with tribe building. And so Adam, they didn't have any days or nights. So there was day and night. They didn't have a Pacific Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? Those days. They had day and night. So that's all they see. So it was many days and nights that Adam sat with this energy, with this person, and got this information, got these downloads and uploads from this individual, this energy, this devil energy. And it was all confusing him, making him question God, question everything that he was, everything that he was ever taught. And God, the Most High, always sent a sign, a signal to Adam, letting him know that this is a red flag. This is not true. This is not, it's not what you believe. You need to listen. You need to pay attention. And the Most High had a conversation before he went into the forest, that this is an illusion. This is something that's not real, and you have to make sure that if you go into this illusion, which is in the forest, into that rainforest, that you always come back home to me. I'm always going to let you come back home, no matter what path you choose. That Adam knew for 100% that was the truth. That was clear from the day he was born. So, Eve was at home, still building, like I said, but Adam stayed here in this forest with this woman, with this energy for a long time. It was a long time. Days and nights came to, for us, would be months and years. Spent a long time in this forest with this lady until she finally got him to release in her, which means have sex. Finally, um, he was getting ready to have sex, and Adam said, "Wait, I need to talk to the Most High, because this is something that I never am supposed to do. I'm not supposed to go against. I'm supposed to be with my wife. The only person that I've ever had intimacy like this with was my wife." And the devil reassured him that it's okay, that the Most High was just being selfish, and that if you were to try something new, that you would like it too much, and then you'll be just like him, because God masters both energies, masculine and feminine energy. And since Adam already had the feminine energy, he's never had the masculine energy, because that's not what he was made to do or be. He was made to be with the feminine energy, and he had the masculine energy, only holding enough feminine energy to understand the feminine energy, just as Eve has the masculine energy enough just to understand the masculine. It's all to balance each other. It's not to overpower one of another. So now, him being a masculine, sleeping with a masculine, because that's what happened. 10001 on the clock in the beginning. Listen. So Adam goes and he has sex with the energy. It looked like a female to Adam, but it was a man that he was sleeping with. That he slept with the forbidden fruit. That was the forbidden fruit. It wasn't an actual fruit, and it wasn't the cookie that some people say now, because they said, what's the forbidden fruit? They said the forbidden fruit was the cookie. When a man eats a woman out, that's not a part of that. Sex to God is to be explored in all ways, and if you are to express it only with the right energy, right? It doesn't have a specific thing you cannot do with your husband or wife. But the one thing that you should not ever do is eat the forbidden fruit, which is the opposite sex, same sex, same sex. Now I know there's people, 101, 10, as I said that, there is people that are of both sexes that are in same sex relationships. I get that. That's the new way of expressing yourself now, because you could be whatever you want to be. But back then, there was none of that. There should have never been that. That is the forbidden fruit that Adam took. He ate. The Adam's apple is only in a man. It's not in a woman. Well, where I get that? Where did I get that little thumbs up? It's only in, thank you, a man. So by Adam sleeping with another man, he became that became the forbidden fruit. That was always the forbidden fruit. And then the devil said, "I got you, got him." And that's what he said to the Most High. I got him. I told you I was going to get him. I told you that I was going to turn your people against you. And all I needed was him. He was the first man made, the first man. But there's so many other men in the tribes that they looked up to Adam. So if Adam said something was right, they followed behind Adam, but also trusting in the Most High. The ones that were smart, they always asked the Most High first, and then the Most High gave them instruction. If they chose to go, they went. But in this case, this is just talking about Adam right now. Before he turned anybody anywhere, this is Adam right here. So Adam goes and he has this relationship with the devil, and he is with the devil and all the other fallen angels. He started to meet them too, and it's a lot of masculine energies. Not too many feminines, but there was a few, but they weren't able to conceive babies like regular people because they were fallen angels. Saying that if they did have a baby, their babies would be deformed. It would not be a real human being. It would be half being, half monster, half because they weren't angels anymore. They were fallen angels. So whatever they fell into, whatever form they fell into, that was what they be created if they were mating with anything or anybody. And seeing that Adam had only had sex with that energy, that masculine devil energy, he only knew that from now on his eyes were open to seeing everything that it was, meaning that he seen the devil for who the devil was, but he was so trapped in his mind thinking that this was the right thing and that he was a god. Now, if you know God, you know that all people that were made are gods and goddesses, earths and gods. Earths are women, gods are the men. Masculine energy, feminine energy. When they come together, they create the goddess and god energy because God lives within us, every one of us. That's why she always says, "Come back to me. Always come back to me, always talk to me, always speak to me." That's always you coming back to self, you coming back to you knowing that the Most High is always going to provide for you everything that you need and everything that you want. Even if the things that you want is not what you need, you're always going to get what you ask for. But you have to make sure that you're very clear and specific on what you want. See, Adam, he didn't have another choice but Eve. See, he only knew Eve because Eve planted that seed. Eve wanted that relationship, and the Most High created it for her, meaning that He made that energy, that man, for her. And then He talked. When I say He, I'm talking about the Most High, the masculine energy of, of Gaia. Creating him and molding him and teaching him how to be, and then teaching him who his wife is. But he never had a choice of multiple wives or any other wife because it was only Eve there. It was only Eve and him. That was the energy that was supposed to merge together to create tribe. And Adam was never to go on his own to find anybody else, nor was Eve. And Eve had no intentions on being with anybody but Adam. So this how the story got deep. I was like, whoa, this could be a movie. Like this literally could be a movie. You know how they make the prophet movies of the prophets and things of that nature. They always talk about men. Did you notice that? They don't talk about the prophetess, the women that seen things. See, Eve was a seer. She seen things before it happened. That's why she knew when Adam was gone, he was missing. She asked the guy, "Where's my husband? Where is he? I miss him. I miss him." And what the Most High did was gave her more to think about other than Adam. So so she was over here building tribe and taking care of the family, the women, and then even helping the men because the men were without Adam. So now Eve was doing more work because Adam was no longer there. But she was also molding up her sons and the kids to the other tribe men to step up while Adam was not here. And so here Adam is on the other side in that forest in this illusion, and he finally gets a revelation kind of thing. He's like, "I really miss my wife. Is it okay if I go and get her and bring her back here? If I can convince her to come back to the forest, and then we can just build with you. We can build tribe." Because one thing the devil could not do, that energy that was sleeping with Adam cannot do, was produce children. Men cannot produce women, children at all. So Adam had all his ribs. Then no rib was not taken from him and placed into a woman, and then she created. Now that's a lie. Eve was the first creation of the Most High, and she came from Mother Gaia, straight from Mother Gaia. There was no other There was no other human that was used to make um, Eve. So that's one truth that needs to be one line that needed to be told that was right. The truth to be told the right way. And then also, Adam was created for Eve as a companion to produce, to reproduce, to recreate, to co-create, to procreate the universe and make all the babies that they ever wanted and desired. Um, and that was their choice. That's what they chose. That's what they wanted. And they didn't cry and whine about it because Eve was beautiful and Adam was beautiful. They both were beautiful. 110 as I say this. They were beautiful and they were perfect for each other. It's just that one went off path, and that was Adam. It wasn't the woman. It was Adam. And Adam slept with a man. And then he wanted his wife back because he knew that the energy that he was in, it wasn't nothing of God. It's all confusion and lies, and he just wanted to get back home, right? So he asked the devil, Satan, the liar, the cheater, the stealer, the serpent, whatever you want to call him, if he can go back to get his wife. And you know what Satan said? I grant you this wish, but you must always come back to me. You must always answer to me. And you must always talk to me whenever you have any issues because I am now your God. What? Hey, Goddess Ray. So Adam said, okay. And he agreed to always keep, Satan in the loop of what was happening, what was going on. And and here, hey love. I'm talking about some deep, girl. You on? Oof, it's real deep, real deep. So Adam went back home. He went back home to Eve, and he said, when he went back home, initially, Eve was so happy. She ran up to her man like she did the first time. They both ran up to each other, and she hugged him, and she was so happy. She was like, I missed you," and he was like, "I missed you too," and Eve stepped back a little bit. You know how when you look at your first you meet your person is here, you feel the energy, you can feel it. So she felt him. She ran to him and she, hugged him. And then she looked at him and she said, Adam, you looking sick. Are you okay? Something wrong with you? Like, are you feeling okay? And he said, yeah, I'm okay. I just got, I'm just a little, I just been gone for a while. I'm tired. And so Eve said, "You know what? I'm gonna fix you a nice plate. I got you. I'm gonna make sure you are cleaned up and ready. Because everybody missed you, and I just want to spend some time with you first before we announce that you're home." And so what happened was Eve noticed that Adam had a mark on him, and she knew him because she was with him for years and years and years and eons before time was even connected at the same time. Um, so she knew he was different, but he had this mark on him, and she was like, "Where is this? What is this mark?" And she didn't question Adam. She just let him go in the house. But later on, he started to tell her where he was, and he was in the rainforest, and that he was learning from some other people that were fallen. He didn't say they were fallen angels, but he just said that um, they were other tribe members in a different tribe that the Most High had created. But it won't the truth. That won't the truth. That won't the truth. It was Satan and his demons. It was Satan and the energy of those. But that's what he told her. And so um, Eve is listening to the story and she's intrigued and she's like, what is this that you eating? Because no, she went outside. She was like, okay, I'm gonna let you rest, get your food because she had his food ready. But all they ate was plants. All they ate was healthy things. All they ate was fruit of the earth. They ate everything that was of the earth. They didn't eat any meat. Meat wasn't even thought of, right? So then, um, it's 14, 14, 14. 1:14:11 on the clock. So listen, this is deep. I'm sorry, YouTube. I'm trying to be on both, but ain't nobody on YouTube talking, so we just gonna listen to the story, okay? So Eve goes outside and she's like, Mother Gaia, something's wrong with Adam. I don't know what's going on with him. And I am like, I just want to know because you told me to always come to you when I have a question or I need anything, and something is wrong with him. Can you please tell me? And so this is the first time that Eve ever heard a masculine respond to her. This was the Most High. But the Gaia has energy, so you know it's the energy. The masculine energy spoke up and said, Eve, Adam is not who he once was before, and you must not be with him. Meaning she would not sleep with him, she would not be anything with him. I know you love him, but this is what it is. I'm gonna tell you. And so Most High explained to her what Adam was, where he was, and she said, but I love him so much and I just want to be with him. I love him. And what else would I what he's all that I've ever known. And so then Mother Gaia came through and she said, baby, I have another option for you. And this is something that I've created for you that is different. It's not what you know, but what you ever known, but it's going to be protected. It's safe for you to be with this person. And so Eve was like, okay, well, let me just talk to Adam and see. But she was not to tell him anything that she had discussed with the Most High. She went back in the house and she noticed that he was cooking something, and it was a rabbit out the garden. And so Eve was like, Adam, you're not supposed to eat anything from the garden, anything flesh on flesh. And Adam said, it's okay, my love. It's okay. We can eat this. I learned it. And so he took a piece of the rabbit and he put it on her lip and she tasted it. And she's like, for her, it's not good because she's never had meat before. But it was okay tasting because he made it and that was the love of her life, right? So she said, okay, well, I'm going to let you rest, get you some rest, go sleep. So Adam gets to laying in the bed that they once laid in together. But Eve was not laying in the bed with her because she had clear instructions that she is not to sleep with Adam. So she went outside and she connected with Mother Gaia and she said, Mama, I love him, but can you please show me what my life would be without him? And she started to cry and she started to cry and she started to cry. And all of a sudden, the Most High, Mother Gaia, started to cry. And it started to rain and it started to pour like it once did in the rainforest. In the rainforest, it flooded. But this time, it didn't flood, it just was raining. It was pouring. It was just enough to clear out the space, to clear out the energy. And then Mother Gaia showed Eve what her life would be without Adam. She was to leave everything that she ever known and build tribe with just her children alone. It was going to be Eve and her 3 children that she had with Adam. But Adam was not in the picture. Adam had to stay behind because he was going to have to deal with what he did and how he not only betrayed Eve, but he betrayed the Most High when he did that act, right? He ate from that forbidden fruit, that fruit. And so it wasn't the fruit though. Remember what I told you? It's not it wasn't the fruit. It was what was in the fruit. What was in the fruit that got him. And then he wasn't supposed to cheat anyways. So yeah. Um, so Eve got to see a glimpse of what her life would be without Adam. She got to see only the good. She never seen any bad because there was nothing bad in this new beginning of hers. She had everything she needed. She had her children, and she had this new man that that the Most High created for her. And this man was strong. He was handsome. He was more beautiful than Adam, because once the last time Eve seen Adam, he had a mark on him and he looked at sick. He was sickly. He was like death. He looked at like death because of what he did. His sin had created him to be what he was now in harnessing. He said to Eve that if she came back with him to where he came from in the rainforest with the devil and all the things, that she would they would inherit the earth over there. But that was a lie. That was a lie. The inheritance came from Eve leaving, and she left, and she was inherited everything plus earth. She was able to rebuild tribe and do everything that she wanted to do, but she had to meet this man first, because she was like, "Who is this man?" First of all, who is this man, God? You talk about that I'm going to be with. I need to know. So, you know, everything happens for a reason, right? So Eve goes with her 3 children, and she travels to a whole nother city, a whole nother state outside of wherever she was. And she was creating her own tribe. She was creating her own life, new life. And she met this man just in passing. She was going to, get some supplies for her children and herself, and she met this man that was like love at first sight again. But this time, the lights flickered. Um, there were signs all around her. There was numbers, angel numbers, 1111, 444, 333, 222. There was numbers all around, and that was the Most High speaking to her. You see the lights flickering right now? They've been flickering, but they've been flickering even more now that I'm talking about the lights flickering. She met this man and the lights flickered. And when she was like, that's kind of crazy that the lights flickered. 121 as I say this. Um, and she's like, that's kind of crazy. Something told her to say something though. And she said, "Did you see the lights flicker?" And he said, "I didn't notice that until now. Yeah, that's crazy." And Eve then said, "No, that's fated." And she smiled and walked out the door, um, because that was the introduction. That was the introduction that they needed to see each other. They needed to feel each other's energy, because I feel like Eve, as she changed and transformed, she changed her name when she left. She was no longer Eve, but God, you know her as Eve, so I'm just gonna say Eve. But she changed her name. She changed her appearance. She changed a lot of things about her. She was transforming. When she met this man, she was still in that broken stage. Not that she was broken. Her spirit was open. Her spirit was cleansing, cleaning, and um, it was just the heartbreak of what Adam did to her, and how she had to leave everything behind, because everything that she once knew was a lie, and that she needed to find her own way. um, and she had to be a single mother at that. She had to take care of 3 children, and some of you guys might have more than 3 children, but I'm just saying this is Eve's story. She had to take care of 3 children on her own, and she had to figure it out, but always putting the Most High first. 1, 2, 3, as I say that. Um, and allowing God to lead her and to guide her, and to know that she was always protected, that if anything was to happen, that she can always come back home to the Most High, that she can always come back home to know. Are you going swimming?
Mommy, what you was at? What the at? Yama, too.
Oh wow! You a big boy now?
Yeah.
Okay, is it in there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. All to say he tried to swallow it, but he didn't. Yeah.
Okay, I got it. Okay, y'all can go to the pool.
Okay. Yes.
But I'll be there in a second.
Okay.
Don't watch my baby too.
We left your swimming stuff right there. So you have to just go to the bathroom and change.
Okay. Okay. Have
Come
fun.
on, let's go.
Have fun, baby.
Okay, see you after we come back.
Okay. Sorry, y'all. Real life.
Mama,
Sorry, not sorry,
Mama,
but
meet us in the pool.
okay. So, yeah, real life. So, anyway, so Eve had her children, and she met this man, and he was everything, because every time she was finding herself uh, feeling some down or feeling any type of emotions, she prayed to the Most High, and the Most High sent her to him. Who was him? The new man. The new man was the one that was helping her heal. He was actually watching her for a while, but she didn't notice him until um, he smiled at her. She seen him one day, and she was like, "Dang, you're handsome. You're fine." And he just smiled at her, and she just was like, "That is love at first sight. Like that is love." But Eve didn't really know if that was the right love. Is that the one? So she went back to the Most High, like she always did, like she was told. And she asked Mother Gaia, "Can you please give me a sign if this is my person, or this is the person I need to be with?" And she was led to go to this specific place that this man worked, where she always went to go get anything that she needed, versus, whether it was drinks, juice, water. She liked to get ice. That was the main thing she liked it, because she was outside a lot. She was outside planting, and she was a good planter. She did good in her garden. Like she created so many gardens, and the gardens that she created in the past um, always died in the end, but they harvest just enough for her to win big. It wasn't anything that anybody can say that she did that wasn't of God, or that wasn't of light, or that wasn't of love. See, Eve was love. She's always been love. She's always been this beauty, but she always got the shittiest, you know, end of the stick when it came to love. It was always the beast that was stealing, killing, and destroying her, trying to take her image and switch it and flip it and make it seem like it was something other than what it was. God, all up in her, all around her, protecting her, providing for her. It was only God that was doing it. And so Eve became strong, not because of man, but because of the Most High, because she trusted that the divine had her completely wrapped around in angelic and like the most powerful protection she had. It was like golden. She was the golden one, the one that was hidden in plain sight on purpose, just to see if and who was going to treat her right. So the Most High gave her this man, and that their story is still being written, um, and their story is never ending. I hear that it is going to be one for many books to read, and that when you find out how good Eve is, now that she has left Adam, and now that she is the creator of her life and her story, she's the main character. It was never Adam. Adam was not, he was just a character in her book. He was a character that played a significant role in her awakening back to Mother Gaia, to Source, to the universe, to the Most High. She had always been love, and all she needed to do was remember her worth and know that she is not selfish. She was just being selfless, putting herself last so that she can put a man first. And when she decided to actually put herself first, the Most High gave her everything that she's ever wished for and more. There is not a dream that the Most High has not granted for her. There is not a thought that she is not able to do. There's not something that she came out to create that she is not prospering from. Everything that she touches turns to gold, and her children have become royalty because of her. They have a new lineage called freedom. They are the true peace in her whole existence. And this man that she met has his own children, his own tribe. And what Eve did not know was that this man that the Most High put together for her was not originally for her. This man was for another woman. They had built a tribe just to test to see if that woman would do the same thing that Adam did to Eve. If that woman was going to do the same thing to that man that, the Most High created. And if she did do what Adam did to Eve, then she would die. Because we didn't need any more Adams or any more halfway Eves. We needed an Eve and Adam. We needed Eve to find her true love. That's what we needed. That's what the Most High needed. And it wasn't going to be with a liar, a cheater, a stealer, a thief, or any of that. It was going to be with a man that was divinely her person, her twin flame, the real one, the one that was supposed to be divine for her. And because of the man and his wife, they had children together too. And both of their children, Eve's and the other guy, the guy of her counterpart. I'm not going to say names because Eve changed her name, and so did the guy. He changed his name too. He just, but they're not in their shadow, they're in their light. It's just that right now they're getting to know each other. They're courting each other and they're being with each other. So it is sacred to keep their identity safe, even though nobody can steal, kill, destroy this. This union is divinely guided. This union, the Most High put together on purpose. It's been fated since the day Eve blinked her eyes and found love. It was fated that she would always be happy no matter what. And that she, as long as she did what she was supposed to do, as far as always putting God first and coming home, even when she didn't um, want to, or she felt discouraged, or she felt scared, or she felt like she wouldn't be forgiven. She always came home, and when she came home, 132 that's on the clock. So you could be seeing 132 or 123. Eve always did what was what she was told. And it was um, for her to find her true soulmate, love, companion, twin flame. I mean, they have the same interests. They look alike. They act alike. And you know how they say your real person that you're with, you look like them. You favor them a little bit. People probably think y'all sister and brother, but y'all are really husband and wife. That's how Eve and her new man is. And they separated for a while because they needed to heal each other. They need to heal for each other, and they need to heal themselves, because the Most High didn't want any brokenness coming into this union that was being created. So now they are building tribe with 5 children and more to come. Hopefully, whatever they choose, the Most High is granting them whatever they want, because they have been faithful, they have been true, they have been everything that they're supposed to be. And now I say this because there's a message behind this. Eve lived eons and decades and for eternity, and she created beautiful children. And all of her children have one thing in common, and that is that they can always come home and they can always call on the Most High and tell and ask anything, and they can wish for anything, and they can grant, they will get everything that they ever wanted for their highest good. And even if it's a lesson that they need to learn, it will be a lesson that will not endure too much pain. But pain brings purpose. And with everything that causes a little pain makes the purpose so much stronger. So the message is that you are not what your past was. You're not who anybody told you that you were. You are the creator that co-creates with the creator, the Most High. You are the one that is chosen to create a different path that is aligned with you, that is aligned for you, and that is you. You are to know that you are the main character of your book. And everybody else that plays a part in your life, they are just characters. And if you do choose to have a co creator, a co author of your book, may God, the Most High, Mother Gaia, be the one in the middle all the time, and make sure that it's understood and overstood that the writers of the book, the main characters of the book, will never change because of the characters that come in between the book, or read the book, or see the book, or think they are part of the book. But the real characters must shine and outshine, because they are the truth and the love. So Eve and her Prince Charming, their story is still being written. And there's many Eves out here that are looking for their divine counterpart, or they're manifesting their divine counterpart, and it's happening because these masculine energies that have been hurt and that have been seeking and that have been manifesting the same exact thing are coming into union with you, with their divine counterparts, after being hurt, after being abused, after being cheated on, after being all the things that the devil was, the devil is, and the devil will always be. But in this season, the devil is beat. You have beat him, her, whoever the energy resides in around you. You have beat it. You have mastered the energies of the light and the dark, the yin and the yang. You have done the shadow work, and now it's time for you to be in the light and be the light. Um, you've learned lessons, and now it's time for you to be a teacher. It's time for you to be a builder, and to love while you're doing it. It's time for you to love with your whole heart and know that the Most High has your back, your front, your all around, because she is in you and she always wants to protect you. The message is deep. And when you read the book, you'll see and feel the energy of the story behind Adam and Eve. And then you have to write your own story because you too have a story to write. You just have to write it from where you want it to be. Where do you see yourself as? Where do you want to be in your story? The past is already written, but the future is still being written. The present is writing as we speak, but the future is unfolding every day that we live our truth. Eve never pretended to be anything that she wasn't. When she was hurt, she cried. When she was angry, she released it. When she was sad, she talked to the Most High. She gave it all to the Most High. The Most High knew her heart, her mind, her body, and soul because she created her. And so, as you walk into whatever new beginning that you go into, remember that you are the earth if you're a woman. And then if you're a man, you are God in the earth. And so that you should treat earth as a goddess, and then that goddess will treat you as the God that you are. 707 as I say this. But nobody comes before the Most High, not even your spouse. You are to always reconnect, connect, and stay and connect with the Most High. And anytime you have a problem or an issue, you don't go to anybody else but the Most High. Because that is the guide that will guide you, that will teach you, that will show you, and that will lead you to the most precious things in life. Because you are precious. You're an angel. You were in disguise for a long time. But now everybody knows who you are. So stand in your truth and be everything that you are. Y'all, this message was really deep. It's very powerful. And when you take religion all the way out of spirituality and let spirit speak to you and through you, you will understand the messages on another level. And although this story was about how Adam and Eve found, you know, themselves, lost themselves, and refound themselves, Adam still had a chance. Rather, he chose to do right and to come back to the Most High. That's his choice. But Eve was no longer a part of his life, and she would never be because he was the mark. And some would say, what is the mark? You could say the mark of the beast. He was the mark. And so now she had to leave. So her story does not end with Adam just because it began with him. But it began with somebody so much special, so much like her, somebody who was designed to provide and protect for her and to give her everything that she ever needed and desired. I want y'all to know that no matter what you choose or who you choose, you always can come back home to Mother Gaia. You always can come back home to the Most High. You always can come back home to yourself. And when you do that, everything that you ever imagined for yourself can be and will be. You just have to understand who you are and love yourself, even when you don't feel like it. Because that love that you pour into yourself, the Most High is going to double and triple and quadruple it to show you how much you're worth. And it's not just a little drizzle here, just a drizzle there. When Eve cried, the Most High cried. When Eve loved, the Most High grew and grew and grew and grew. When Eve was angry, the Most High threw out, you know, these thunder, lightning, because energy is to be expressed, but it's not to harm you. And if it ever harms you, that's when you know it's time to put it to rest. It's time to let go. And it's time to come back home. You always have a home with the Most High. And nobody can change that. Not no devil, not no demon, not no nobody can change that. So come on home and be happy. Be everything you want to be. But never lose faith and never lose yourself again because you are important. I love you. God loves you even more. And she is so proud of you. And she is rooting for you. And she is wishing that you come home to her so that she can show you all the things that she has in store for you. Because it's great. It's like amazing. It's like everything you would have never imagined, but you always wanted. True peace and love and happiness. That was really deep. Well, when you read it in my book, this life will come back and you guys will read this. And y'all see this like, oh, this was deep. That part of that book was deep. But it all was divine. So y'all have an amazing day. Because you are amazing. Everybody has a purpose. You just gotta find yours. Okay? I love you to life and light and enlightenment. Peace, child. Peace, peace, peace.